And keep in mind they're changing my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, first I'd like to point out that it's a tragedy what's happening in Oakland, not just to Asian people, to all people. With that being said, I'd like to bring your attention to the story of King Solomon and the two women arguing over a baby, and also Jesus saying, the one without sin cast the first stone when a woman was caught in adultery. Now, my argument is not that nothing should be done. Again, that is not my argument. I am not saying that nothing should be done. Okay? Bear with me and you'll see what the answer is in a way that has to do with universal moral precision and is biblically correct as well. Okay, so first of all, there was two women came to Solomon. They're arguing over the baby. Solomon says, I'm going to cut it in half, and each of you can have half of it. One of the mothers says, okay, fine. The other one says, no, give it to the other lady. Don't cut it in half. He gives it to the one who cared about the baby enough to not want it cut in half. Okay. With that being said, the people who argue that the answer is just to raise the penalty for crime do not care about the citizens of Oakland, especially the most victimized citizens who tend to be people that turn to crime. These people are victims turned criminals. Again, write it down. They're victims turned criminal. And if you don't care about the socioeconomic factors, you should just keep your mouth shut because you're obstructing justice morally. You're not getting to the root cause of the problem. Justice isn't punishing a woman who's been raped for screaming rape and bloody murder. That's not justice. Giving her a backhand and everyone cheers and claps. Neither is justice punishing the citizens of Oakland in a way that is unfair and that does not include getting to the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem includes poor governance. It includes romantic injustice. It includes the refusal for the government to do what it takes to win the war on drugs, which created all kinds of problems, the domino effect, cause and effect. Bad parenting as a result of the community failing the parents and leading them astray, misleading them, misguiding them, misdirecting them, leading them on a wrong path. Unless you try with all your heart to get to the root cause and have a war on poverty plan and give these young folks an alternative to crime and everyone else who's doing crime, a logical and fair and exciting alternative. Not boring. Boredom leads to crime faster than everything else, right? Idle hands is the devil's plaything. Boring schools are the devil's plaything. Boring cultures, hypocrisy, all this stuff leads them right to crime. Romantic injustice leads them right to crime. If you come from a broken household where women don't give you a fair chance, you're more likely to turn to crime. Am I saying that every female should sleep with them? No. Listen to what I am saying and don't confuse it with what I'm not saying. Okay, so we have the story of Jesus with the people about to stone, with the woman who's caught in adultery, and they're about to stone her to death. And he says, the one without sin cast the first stone. Okay? We also have the story where Jesus says, first remove the log from your own eye. Then you will see clearly to remove the log from your brother's eye. So all you people who are like, punish them harshly, punish them harshly, punish them harshly, you're not thinking clearly, and so therefore you're not seeing clearly with your mind's eye. You're pointing to the most victimized groups in society as you're closer to the core problem more often than not, as some middle-class person or something, some white supremacist or something. You're closer to the core problem. You're closer to the rich who didn't govern effectively, and they've allowed you a certain status in society for playing stupid about the problems that plague the poor. So what I tell you is first remove the log. Yes, plank, log. The rainforest from your own eye before you remove the speck from the criminal's eye, because what you're doing is being more complicit than they are on a higher level of the crimes against humanity that occur on a large scale. You are playing stupid and reinforcing the construct that allows for 1 in 4 little girls to be raped, that allows for 3 million children plus to starve to death every year or die of hunger-related issues, the mass drugging and everything. You're upholding the social norms of stupid lemmings that cause these things to occur. The problem starts with the governing class. It continues through you, the middle class, and what have you, who help them and assist them in obstructing justice and not getting to the core problems that face humanity that lead to crime without fail. Poverty and crime are very much connected when it comes to those types of crimes. And then, only then, does it trickle down to the poor who are looking to the middle class and the upper class for solutions because you've made their life so difficult they have to depend on you, and you have psychological operations and other operations making sure you reinforce the existing social orders. You're reinforcing the social orders that cause these people to turn to crime. There's no other way to look at it. So after you commit crimes against humanity on a huge scale, and they do it on a lesser scale, and you say, look at what he just did right there. Look at what he just did. You are guiltier than they are. So I tell you the truth. Before you want harsh punishments for these young folks, first accept harsh punishments for yourselves for your cowardice, your crimes against humanity. You're lying about God. You're lying about what is right and wrong, for going out of your way to reinforce organized crime of the state, corporate crime, and other crimes against these people. For your generational ill-gotten gains, first hold yourselves accountable. But you're not going to do that because you worship the fucking devil. Thank you.